Hey goalies and goalie coaches, in today's video I'm just going to go over a pretty general warm-up that I use for my goalies at the start of their private and semi-private lessons. This is a really generic warm-up. It can be used for any goalie at almost any age level. We have a quick focus on skating and then we get into some warm-up shots. If you're not a full-time goalie coach, but you coach a hockey team, and you're not always quite sure what to do with your goalies, then this is a great video to go ahead and take and use some of these drills for your goaltenders when they get on the ice at practice and you want to warm them up while the rest of the team is maybe doing some skating. No matter their age group, I always start my goalies out with some simple C-cuts. This gets their legs moving, it gets their edges digging into the ice, it gets them feeling the ice right off the bat, so it's a good way just to get your goalies going no matter their age. On this particular day, we did right foot only, then we did left foot, then we did right and left, and of course, we would go backwards as well. A smooth, steady stance and motionless hands is what we're looking for. Then we'll do some T-pushes and shuffles. There's many different drill variations you can do for these type of movements as well. In this case, we're doing T-pushes and shuffles in one lateral drill. The important thing to look for in skating drills like this is good execution. If the goalie's been playing for some time, then they should be pretty good at doing T-pushes and doing shuffles and any other goalie movements that you might walk them through. Look for the goaltender to maintain their stance throughout the entire movement, that they're not bobbing up and down, getting too wide, letting their hands fall back, but they stay nice and composed as they move from side to side. To stay nice and composed in their stance, the goaltender should be focusing on snapping their trailing foot after they make their push. That's exactly what I'm explaining to the demo goalie here. He was making his push, but he wasn't quite snapping that leg back to center, so it was slowing him down a little bit. He does a much better job on these next few pushes, making sure that he snaps that trailing foot back to center, and you can noticeably see how much quicker he is when he does that. The other important thing to note in all of these skating drills is the goalie's hands should be up and out in front of them at all times. They should be engaging the core and not allowing their hands and arms to swing about all over the place. I also like to run my goalies through some on-ice butterfly slides. These type of movements have a lot of the same focus as our T-pushes and shuffles. The goalie's hand should be out in front of him, the chest should be engaged forward and over the knees, and he should also be snapping that push leg back down to the ice after he pushes. The particular drill that I'm running here is a quick 2 push one way, 1 push back type of drill. So we're looking for 2 really fast pushes and then a hard stop and push back in the other direction. After you do some basic skating drills, it's always a good idea to hop into a crease if you can and have the goalie run some crease drills. The particular one that you see here is a basic butterfly at the top of the paint, a quick ghost stick save to the right or the left side, and then a full recovery to that side that the ghost save was made on. After the goalie full recovers to that side, he'll T-push back to the center of the crease and restart the whole sequence again. Before you point it out in the comments, yes, this goaltender stick is a little bit too large for him. The good news is that right after this, he did go out and get some appropriately sized sticks for his size. Once you complete some crease drills and the goalie's nice and warmed up, it's a good idea to, of course, take some shots. With the warm-up shots, I like to keep things really simple. 5 shots to the glove, 5 shots to the blocker. The goaltender's focus here is to make sure he brings his eyes to his hands on every single shot, controls the rebound into the corner if it's off his blocker, or right into the pocket if it's on his glove. Remember, tracking is everything. After that, we'll do the same thing with the goalie in his butterfly, just we'll shoot really low to his toes, and the purpose is to get his stick on every single shot. Controlled stick movement is very important here, as well as the goaltender bringing his eyes and chin down to the puck on every single shot. After the goalie makes the save, he should be rotating his hands and chest back to center. This next drill can still be a part of the warm-up or can be a start to your training session depending on the skill level and age of the goaltender. It consists of a simple T-push from the post across the crease to the corner angle and then a shuffle to the center of the net for the shot. The goalie should also follow the rebound all the way to whatever corner or wherever part of the ice it goes to. The goalie should again be snapping their trailing leg back to center after they push, as well as making sure they maintain the top of the crease on each T-push and stay at the top of the crease as they shuffle to the center of the net. The goal of the shooter here is to not be sniping on the goalie, but to be hitting that elbow area or right above the pad with the shot. Because of this, the goaltender should be able to control the rebound. They should be putting that puck into the corner every single time or tracking it right to their pocket or their pads on every single shot. Our 08 birth year demo goalie does a good job following his rebounds here on these shots. Of course, please remember that when you do these types of warm-up drills, or really with any drill, if you do it on one side, you have to do it on the other side. That's how we make sure we stay balanced and that we train both angles and both sides of our body. A few more things that I want to note for goalie warm-up drills, especially for those coaches that don't specifically coach goalies, but you want to be able to give some more to the goalies that you have on your team. Make sure that the warm-ups really are about the goalie. Make sure that your shooters are not trying to snipe on them. They're not hitting them in the head. They're maybe not even going 100% with their shots, but they're trying to hit the goalie in the pads, in the hands, off of the stick. Remember, putting on the gear and facing a fastly moving rubber disc is not an easy thing to do, and without being properly warmed up, your goalie's either just begging for an injury or they're not going to be able to read that puck and track that puck as well as they would if they had felt it beforehand and had it hit them a few times. But remember, goalies, for your part, you should not be relying on the first 5 minutes of practice, the first 5 minutes of ice time to go ahead and get warmed up and be ready. You should be showing up to the rink a little bit early for practices and obviously for games. You should be getting a stretch in before you hit the ice, maybe doing some hand-eye coordination drills, getting mentally prepared, visualizing how you're going to play on the ice. If you're not warmed up by the time your feet hit the ice surface, then you're not ready to go. Take your development seriously. Your coaches can give you the ladder to success, but you have to be willing to take the first step. Coaches, goalies, thank you guys for watching. I hope you got a little something out of this video, maybe some ideas for warm-ups for your netminders when you hit the ice for practice. If you have any questions or comments, feel free, drop them below. I will definitely respond back to everybody. Go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to see some more drill ideas. I'll be bringing some more videos like this onto the channel fairly soon. Keep working hard, keep your stick on the ice, and I'll see you in the next video.